Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing Hard Candy's new Glamoflauge Heavy Duty Concealer. This was a product that was highly requested for me to do a review. I showed this in a haul that I did a couple weeks ago, and a lot of people asked me to review this product. This particular concealer retails for $6 and is available only at Walmart since Hard Candy is an exclusive line to Walmart. The shade that I purchased is tan and it comes in a tube like this. The thing that made me want to buy this concealer so much was the fact that it claimed to cover everything from dark circles to tattoos. Now when you claim that your product can cover up a tattoo, I need to see this because this is going to be my holy grail of concealers if this can cover a tattoo. The first thing that I have to say about this product is that you do not, and I repeat, you do not need a lot of this. It's so concentrated and so pigmented that you need less than a pea size to cover maybe half of your face. I'm just going to squirt out just a little bit of the product. That's almost too much. That's almost too much. And I'm going to spread it around. Look at how much area this covers. That little tiny bit of product. That little tiny bit of product, as you can see, covered this whole area that I put it on. So that's what I mean when I say that it's so concentrated. You do not need a lot. You need less than, again, a pea size of amount of product. So the coverage for this concealer is exactly what it says in the name. It is heavy duty. This is a full-on, full coverage concealer. If you have extremely dark under eye circles, this will cover it up. If you have a lot of rosacea, broken capillaries, a lot of eczema, pimples, or whatever is on your face, this is going to cover it up. It covers everything. Everything that I have put it on my face, it has covered it. I've even tried using this on my body and it covers blemishes, scars, marks that I have on my body. It covers this very well. Covers, covers, covers. The consistency of this concealer is a little bit too heavy for my taste, but that's all in the covering part, the heavy duty aspect of this concealer. So it is going to be a little bit more thicker than you might be used to as a concealer, but as long as you blend it out properly, you're really not going to have any problems. I would recommend applying it with maybe a concealer brush, but using your finger to pat and blend it in. Using the warmth of your finger would more so help to blend it in. You get a little bit more even coverage and it doesn't look as heavy or as cakey as it would if you use a synthetic brush or some kind of concealer brush. A lot of you may be wondering how it works under the eye as far as creasing or sitting in any creases or wrinkles that you have underneath your eye. And that's the first thing that I did test out when I tested this product. And my recommendation is, as long as you use a good powder underneath your eye and as long as your under eye area is well moisturized before you apply the concealer, you'll have no problems. It's not going to cake, it's not going to crease, it's not going to sit in the wrinkles or your under eye circles or your bags and accentuate them. As long as you prep your skin and use a very good setting powder on top, you're really not going to have too much of a problem. I'm not too much of a concealer user, mainly because I don't really have too many blemishes that I need to cover, and when I do have blemishes that I need to cover, my foundation takes care of that for me. I don't need any extra coverage. But when I do use concealer, I normally apply my foundation, and then if I need some extra coverage, I'll pat the concealer on top of the foundation, then set it with the powder, then move on to blush, bronzer, and all that. But a recommendation that I have when using the Glamoflauge concealer is actually to apply this before you apply your foundation. Because of the thick consistency of this product and the fact that it covers so heavily, you might want to put it on before you put on your foundation to avoid any splotches or any discoloration, or it may end up looking super cakey in the area that you applied it because you already have your foundation on. But if you use, I find, this before you put on your foundation, you know, just apply it to the areas that you need, blend it out really well, and then apply your foundation, the consistency of it is so thick that your foundation application won't rub off the concealer. It'll still stay in place. And you know that sometimes when you use your foundation after you use concealer, it just rubs the whole concealer off and it defeats the purpose of the concealer. But this is such a heavy duty formula that it doesn't matter. It's not going to go anywhere. But you just don't want it to be sitting on top of your foundation, because it will sit on your foundation and it will look a little discolored, a little bit more cakey in that area. I don't know why it works like that, but I've tested it out both ways numerous times and it does work better as a concealer laid down first before your foundation. When you purchase the concealer, you also get a mini concealer stick that comes with it in the shade that you purchase your concealer. And I must say, I really do like this concealer stick. I wish they had a full-size version to purchase, because I definitely would buy this as well. This is more of a... the consistency is still full coverage, but it's not as thick as the actual concealer, and it's great for touch-ups or little spot area problems that don't need that heavy of a coverage, but still you want to cover them well enough. So this is great too. And I also use this when I fill in my brows. I like to clean up the area and have it more little defined. And I used this a couple times and found that it worked really well. I've also used this around my nose, like I just color it in around my nose and then use my finger. Sometimes I have broken capillaries around my nose or a lot of redness from rubbing my nose and blowing my nose in the wintertime, and this really seems to cover it very well. So hopefully, if someone from Hard Candy is watching this, please create a full-size version of this stick, because it's also just as amazing as the concealer. So if you have any questions regarding the Hard Candy Glamoflauge Heavy Duty Concealer, definitely feel free to leave them below in the comment section, and I'll be sure to check it out and get to it as soon as I can. For more information, pictures, pricing, and where this can be purchased, definitely check out my blog. I'll put the link to that in the underbar in the description box below, and you could check that out as well. Until next time, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.